Back on the road again, heading back home. Taking a different route this time. Not sure if I'm going to stay off-road the whole way because I'm kind of in a time crunch today. I do have to be back by a certain hour, so. And about 10 miles of this route is some pretty rugged, just dirt trail, definitely not even roads, and kind of confusing mess, where people just driven around out in the desert. Tracks all over the place and probably not signed or anything, so not sure if I'll do that part depending on how much time I have. So far the roads, since I've gotten off the main road, have all been fairly well graded gravel, so I can keep my speed up, but I don't know. Kind of boring right around here, but so it could get a little bit more interesting as we start heading back down the hill though, so. Oh, God. Still washboardy, but so hopefully we can make today without crashing. So worst problem on this road is that there is the possible, and it's Saturday, so of course now everyone's off work, plus still being a holiday weekend. And of course this is a popular off-roading, off-highway vehicle area, and there's a lot of spots out here where people get off, so could be a lot more traffic on this road, which I unfortunately have to be on for the next 20-some miles. So hopefully not too much, because traffic's always fun anytime when you're on uneven, loose surfaces. That makes it even more interesting. Plus, of course, dust, which thankfully isn't too bad. So, I've never been on this road before either, so this is all new territory to me. Ironically, the interstate's freeway's only about 2.5, 3 miles over to my left. I've driven that hundreds of times, but excuse me. Yeah, here's where I would have come on if I'd taken the original route I was going to take. And then this is actually the old original stage town. I think, when this used to be a stagecoach run, because I think that's what this road actually is. It's the old stage route. So, obviously since modernized, but yeah, I believe that was the original Cordis Junction before they moved the town over a bit and it became Cordis Lakes. It's hard to tell on the map what this is going to be like. It didn't look like it was a lot of switchbacks, so it might just be kind of some graceful curves, kind of like the one on the interstate is. It's more just some long graceful curves along the bluff edge. Nice view. Alright, let's downshift, so we'll slow down a bit here on the curves. Shit's so loose, I just don't want to take the chance. Just don't trust these things on this loose soil. Pretty view out over the valley, that's cool. Lots of little dirt roads out there too that'd be fun to come explore someday. Of course, some of them might be on private property, although I don't look like any ranches down there. It looks like mostly just, again, homesteads. Most of the roads out here are on public land, so we can drive on them, but you do gotta watch. Every once in a while there'll be one that's on private property still. Or property that's become private at some point. Yeah, that wasn't too bad coming down. That's what I thought. Just a bunch of gradual curves along the ridge edge. Like when I came up the same ridge yesterday, which was all switchbacks. Oh, shit. Okay, which road do I want? Fuck. It's not signed, and I don't remember this. I think I want the other one. If I remember right, they both end up on the same place, but I think this is the shorter route. That one takes me north a little bit, and this one takes me south, which is the direction I want to go. I think this, okay, I remember where this is. Yeah, this is the right one. But yeah, they both end up at the same road, so I'd been okay either way. Now I remember. close the visor again. Though it's still a bit chilly to have that open. Well, the sun's getting up good now. I'm starting to feel its heat, which is good. So it's probably only 40 degrees or something up here. Well, a little bit of a beat up section here. Looks like this must get pretty tore up when it gets wet. Definitely a good reminder not to come out here if it's too wet, or at least don't take this route. Alright, this looks like my junction up here. This will put us on Bumblebee Road. Be the old town of Bumblebee here, so which I don't know. Like I said, I know there's a handful of people who live here, and there's some old buildings and stuff that, you know, I think they left standing that you can look at. You know, you can't do anything with them, but I don't think there's any services or anything around here. I'm guessing that's what this is. Oh, I guess it could just be a bunch of homes, but I really don't know, to be honest. Yeah, definitely a more open route today. Not near as technical as yesterday. Which was kind of weird because on the map it sure looked like it was open yesterday, but an aerial view and on the ground are two different things. Yeah, there's the ranch that's down here, Bumblebee Ranch. This is washboarded as hell. No good line through here. just a little too beat up for me. I'm tired. So I'm going to take the freeway the rest of the way. Hate to, but whatever. This is a fun little asphalt section though, so. This road will bring me back up to the freeway, partway up the rim again. So worst thing is I gotta go uphill again here. Yeah, I'm tired in that mine road. When I saw that just looked way more than I wanted to deal with right now. This is my freeway entrance, so let's get some speed up here. Nope, not quite. Looks like I got one more section here. Yeah, see, if I'd taken that dirt trail, I would have come in right behind over the small buildings over here. So it wasn't that far, but it just looked pretty rugged. And I'm like, I don't need to hurt myself right now. I'll have to get back on the freeway again a little later, maybe. There is a possible back road option I'm going to look at here. It requires crossing the riverbed, which most of the things look dry around here, so that might be possible. Unless I'm hoping maybe there'll be a place I can stop and take a leak again, so. Yep, this is where I'd come out right here. So if I'd stayed on the other road, that's where I would have come out and got onto this road. So this is Black Canyon City up here. Another one of those small towns. Looks like an accident on the freeway. Yep. So northbound traffic's all fucked up. I'm surprised the southbound isn't slowed down with all the rubberneckers. I gotta stare at everything all the time. Okay. See if this road's actually open here. Ooh, that didn't look good. the wrong exit. That's right. This is not the one I wanted. Alright, well, we'll go buzz around town here a little bit, where I can get to a safer turnaround spot. That's right, it's the next exit. It's the Table Mesa Road exit that has the entrance.